Once outside, conduct a head count for your group to ensure that everyone is accounted for. Should you believe someone is missing, notify the Height Associate in your area. Do not return to the building for any reason until the fire service has stated it is safe to do so. Thank you, be safe, and have an enjoyable time with us.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, we start in approximately 5 minutes. In the meantime, we invite you to have one of the Coca-Cola group of companies' beverages while you're here, and we'll begin shortly. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the launch of the Secondary Schools Football League of Trinidad and Tobago 2023 season launch. Please stand for the national anthem of our Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, played on our national instrument, the steel pan, by Cyan Gardner of East Mokarapo Secondary School. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you remain standing for opening prayer done by Mr. Jared Elliott, Assistant Secretary Administration at the Secondary Schools Football League.
Thank you. Can we bow our heads, please? Father in heaven, I must say thank you for life, health, and the amazing talent as a footballer. We ask your blessing on this launch of the 2023 season today. Give each one of us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to carry out our role and function without fear or favor, that the world will see you in us. I pray for the executive of the Secondary Schools Football League, National and Zonal, our sponsors who are represented here today, and those who will come on board, our associates, media partners. Cover each and every one with the blood of Jesus. I bind all form of negativity so that the 2023 season will be a success. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players, with the courage to play the game in a manner which by our words and our action is pleasing to you. Let us enter into this season in a spirit of sportsmanship and with respect for the members of the opposing team and match officials. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us to be aware of his presence with us throughout the 2023 season. We thank you in advance. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Miss Lisa Morris Julian, Minister in the Ministry of Education. Mr. Miruri Louis Gonzalez, President of the Secondary Schools Football League and member of the Executive. Mr. Ronson Hackshaw, Physical Education Sports Officer, Ministry of Sport and Community Development. Mr. Anthony Lovelace, Senior Brand Specialist, Coca-Cola, who have continuously donated and been part of the process of the Secondary Schools Football League. You all could give Coca-Cola a round of applause from this moment. Ms. Trudy Louison, Group Marketing and Communication Officer, Events, CSR, and PR, First Citizens, who came on board some time ago and has continuously been giving and giving and giving to the Ssfl. Give her a round of applause as well. We welcome on board this time around Nicola Gurulal, Head Communication and Brand, National Gas Company. We welcome them to the Ssfl. Mr. Nicholas Matthews, Chief Executive Officer, and technically my boss in this scenario, so give him an extra big round of applause from SportsMax. Referees Representative, Miss Linda Bramble Thompson, thank you for being here with us. Round of applause for her. Principals, teachers, give the principals and teachers a round of applause because they are so important in this process. And most of all, our student athletes, Ochoa, Edwards, I see you all. Fatima College and St. Benedict's rose to the top of the 2022 season. So the young men are here with us. Give them a round of applause. And of course, members of the media, thank you for being here with us, ladies and gentlemen, specially invited guests. My name is Hans Devines, and alongside Vidya Rampal, we are going to be your masters of ceremonies for this afternoon, for this, once again, historic launch of the 2023 Secondary Schools Football League season. Now, those of you all who are in this room, I know many of you all are players, past players, and the growth that we've seen in the Ssfl through the partnership with SportsMax has been nothing short of amazing. We've seen situations where SportsMax has created videos to feature players, and these players have gone on to use these videos that were produced for them at no cost as their entry point to get scholarships. I think that deserves a bigger round of applause. So we have seen the growth. Last season was excitement as Fatima College came back up into the Premiership, and although they didn't win the Premiership, they were able to make it to the finals where they faced off against St. Benedict's College. I see my friend from St. Benedict's smiling. But that smile going to end a little bit now, because when it came down to Intercol, Fatima College took the Intercol title. And you're seeing these two young men across the table from each other in a stare-off right now. But nevertheless, these two teams really shone and showed the spirit of the Secondary Schools Football League. And we can all notice and recognize that even if your future is not a professional footballer, although the Ssfl, of course, has made a lot of professional footballers, the way it impacted many players and individuals' lives. I see even Mr. Chang is here with his organization today, and you know, the way football would have impacted his life and so many other people's lives. There's no doubt that the Ssfl is so important to Trinidad and Tobago and the fabric of our society. And we also want to thank the Ministry of Education for continuously supporting this initiative and being behind it. Well, we are getting ready for the new season. So before we step into the new, let's take a look back into Secondary Schools Football League years gone by.
This could be trouble here for presentation. Goal number 2. Here is finally with it. It's in the back of the net. Norega with the cross. And there was equalizing. With the cross, what a good goal, looking to play it through, and then he had the task of putting it into the back of the net.
And then Shaves comes in at the front door. Knock, knock, who's there? Goal number 1.
But this one was that ball just nestling in. Goalkeeper Balkaran couldn't do very much about it.
I'm Siobhan Medjibeh, and welcome.
And we're going to bring you all the action live from right here at the Larry Gomes Stadium.
It is pure ecstasy, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Secondary Schools Football League. Big round of applause for that one. Well, there's a man at the head of this organization that we see with a bright smile at every single game he attends. It's because he has the passion for the sport and the passion to push these young people further. Please put your hands together for Ssfl President, Mr. Marie Louis Gonzalez. Please welcome him to the podium.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hans Devines, as well as his prominent and renowned co-host in the person of Vidya Ramphal. In addition to the salutations expressed, and to avoid any repetition of such, I'd just like to add to that, with your permission, Mr. Chester Peer, the CEO of the Unveil Group, Footy Fest, along with Mr. Jonathan Chang, the CEO of the Unveil Athletes, Hosting College Combined, Mr. Patrice Charles, Assistant Director of Physical Education and Sports of the Ministry of Sport, Mr. Brian London, multiple and reigning extempo champion, and also coach. A very warm welcome to each and every one. Good afternoon. It is certainly a pleasure, and I think before we go any further, I think we need to really appreciate in a very, very
very graphic way the fantastic work done by SportsMax with the video presentation earlier.
Yeah.
(1964), the establishment date of the Secondary School Football League. We are now in 2023. I'm very honored and privileged to have been given the baton to move on and run the leg as president of this very esteemed, very uplifting, productive, meaningful, and valuable entity as the Ssfl. I'm very proud to have with me a number of individuals on the executive, inclusive of the very diligent, committed, and hardworking office administrator in the person of Shamila, along with the various major sponsors, those incumbent and those that are on the fence, and they are now going to be inclusive of the Ssfl for 2023. Having said that, we need to really recognize also the major stakeholders, inclusive of the sponsors on board, in that of the very principals of the various schools, the alumni, the student athletes, as I would want to refer them as, because they are, the very hard-working coaches working along with their loved ones on the field and off the field, the multitude of work done prior to the commencement of the season in September. We have been working meticulously, diligently, meeting with a various number of entities so that when the season is embarked on come September with the exhibition game between Fatima and St. Benedict's College as the league and intercol champions of 2022, it will certainly establish the commencement of a very much anticipated, highly entertaining, very competitive and enjoyable season. And as Elliot would have said in the prayer, trusting, hoping, and always praying for an injury-free and one that is void of mishap or discrepancy or controversies. May I also acknowledge and welcome the members of the media that are so critically an integral part of our exercise, the marketability and the promotion of it. One of the very, very important objectives of the Secondary School Football League is to ensure, through the Ministry of Education, which happened to be, and we are very proud to say that, the patron of the league, is that we can create this platform continuously to afford all the students who are desirous of seeking or sourcing football scholarships the opportunity of having this platform. Having come off the season of 2022 with almost 1 million viewership, courtesy the fantastic work done by Tiger Tanks, which I think we really supposed to respond in a very positive way for Mr. Dennis Latif and Tiger Tanks. Working in conjunction with the other media houses like SportsMax, TTT, and others, the viewership just under 1 million. It meant that not only within the Caribbean, but regionally and internationally, a number of our players within the school system who are knocking on the door for scholarships would be given and have been given the opportunity to pursue such. Quite recently, we concluded the Under-15 tournament as a developmental program. And every single player, barring those who may be on foreign soil, 98% of them are currently members and students of the secondary schools. Very soon, the girls under 15 will commence its tournament in Antigua, and similarly can be said of them that every single one of them, barring those who are presently on foreign soil and in colleges and or universities, they are members and students of the Ssfl. It is really a deep honor, gratitude, that we continue to thank each and everyone for the support, the guidance, the inspiration, the really uplifting figure that we recognize through you, with you, and for you as we move forward in this 2023 SSFL season. We will be embarking, and I'm sure Mr. Sipasad will share more of this, we will be embarking on another age group, which is the 13 and under girls, to start in September. It's always about ensuring that both the boys and girls are carried at the same time and none left behind. Meaning that whether the student is in Form 1, 2, or 3, as long as they are 13 years and under girls, they will be allowed to play in that division. We have on the front table, as we continue to discuss, as we move into 2024, recognizing as we are going to have a very meaningful, enjoyable 2023 season, please stand by and be prepared because we celebrate the 60th anniversary of the SSFL for 2024. It means that when doing such, we will not only be preparing for September 2024, but there are a number of other very critical, crucial, instrumental aspects of football that we will be engaging the entire stakeholders in and with and for. And they are some of the activities such as skills, mastery competition, the FIFA play technology, prevention and cure of injuries, coaching courses, character development for the players in particular, nutrition and performance, mental health and the player, referees recruitment course, just to mention a few. We would like to also embark on something that we have had on the front burner for a very long time. However, due to the COVID-19, we were affected by it. And that is to embark on, hopefully, God's willing, for 2024 to have the Premiership Girls Competition as we look forward for 2023 and 2024. Having said that, once again, thank you so kindly for gracing us with your presence, and I do invite each and everyone to enjoy the rest of the proceedings. Thank you very much.
Mr. Gonzalez, indeed, we look forward to the exciting elements coming to the Secondary Schools Football League. Well, at the end of it all, our athletes are student athletes, and this will definitely not be possible without the Ministry of Education. We would now like to welcome to the podium Minister in the Ministry of Education. Please put your hands together for Ms. Lisa Morris-Julian.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Gonzalez, my very good friend, the president of the Secondary Schools Football League. Mr. Azad Khan, General Secretary. Mr. C. Charan, First Vice President, esteemed educators, mentors, coaches, valued sponsors, our talented young athletes, specially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I used to play football. Yes, don't laugh. Trust me, once, not so long ago, this was fit. Could you guess the position I played? It's similar to the position that I have now. A goalkeeper is like a politician. When you save the goals, nobody cares. But when you miss that one goal, everybody's on your case. So I was a goalkeeper, and I thought I was good until that one fateful day we met St. Augustine Senior Comprehensive Girls on a field. Convent learned a lesson well. We were good by ourselves. But to this date, I understand that Convent has a very respectable football team. And I must say, Mr. President, I will always put in a plug for young women to be part of this football culture. Women in football should not just be a thing, it should be an actual reality, because we have some young women that could beat you young men here. I promise. I am truly delighted to stand before you for the launch of the 2023 season of the Secondary Schools Football League. I can feel the excitement and the anticipation in the atmosphere. The Secondary Schools Football League has a long legacy of fierce competition and friendly rivalry. I grew up in a time with the Blue Thunder, Green Machine, Go Green Machine, and has maintained a strong following from not only the students, but the communities of these schools. To this day, everyone can say their favorite football team. Gentlemen, I'm not from the West, so definitely I wasn't cheering you on. But I'll cheer you on now since I work in the West. St. Benedict's and Fatima, just seeing you here today makes me very proud, because you are indeed talented and you show the balance and you show not just the future of football, but the future of this country. In all areas of youth development, we know the African proverb that we say so very often: it takes a village. The Secondary School Football Association is indeed a village that the Ministry of Education is proud to be part of. On Friday, August 11, 2023, Trinidad and Tobago closed the curtain on its historic hosting of the Youth Commonwealth Games. Not only was it the first time held in the region, it was also hosted in both islands, Trinidad and Tobago. It was an excellent opportunity for us to see our young people and young people from across 71 countries excel, to see their passion and see the results of their hard work, dedication, and discipline. The Secondary School Football League presents yet another opportunity for our young athletes to shine and show their skills in sport. I grew up Stern John, Dwight York, Jason Scotland, Kenwyn Jones. It's not impossible that one day Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar is among us today. Sport, as we know it, is not merely a physical activity. It's a powerful tool for character building and discipline. I enjoyed every ounce of my short-lived athletic career. It is a platform that fosters lifelong skills that extends far beyond the playing field. Through sports, we learn the importance of dedication. We learn discipline, time management, and the pursuit of excellence. The Secondary Schools Football League has been consistently a wellspring of significant sporting pride. As we launch the 2023 season, we are not only celebrating your athletic skills, but we're also acknowledging the dedication of coaches, teachers, parents, and supporters who stand behind them. And I'll confess right here, my son is in a school where it's not known for football, but they're doing quite well because of the band of parents, teachers, and coaches who show up every single day of practice. Not me, but my husband is there. In today's world where distractions abound and challenges are ever present, the Secondary Schools Football League provides peace. A safe space where our youth can channel their energy positively, cultivate leadership qualities, and embrace healthy competition. It is here your dreams are materializing. It is here we shape your futures. To the students who will grace the football fields in the coming days, I encourage you to remember, victory is not solely defined by the number of goals scored or matches won. There's also victory in friendship, the lessons learned from defeats, and the strides you make in personal growth. I tell my son every single day, it's not how you win, it's also how you lose. So we want these values that make us proud as a nation, that of sportsmanship, respect, and integrity. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to all our sponsors for their unwavering support. Your commitment ensures that our students continue to have access to top-notch facilities, training, and experiences that will shape their character and potential. As a woman in politics, I admire the young women in the football because the skills and the values learnt on a football field will translate into the boardrooms, how the halls of council, the chambers and parliament, classrooms and communities of tomorrow. As our young men take lead, as the games begin, let the cheers, the teamwork, and the excitement of competition fill our stadiums and our hearts. May this season be filled with unforgettable moments and profound growth for all our young athletes. And may the village continue to support you as you continue to not just make the Ministry of Education proud, but the entire country proud. Trinidad and Tobago, we are proud of you, and we look forward to another football season. I thank you.
At this point in time, we want to ask the Honorable Lisa Morris-Julian to join us at the front of the stage to be presented with a gift from CEO of SportsMax, Mr. Nicholas Matthews. So, we know the minister actually has a very busy schedule, and she may have to leave us very soon. However, hold on there, Nick. Nick, I think you need to help her open it so we can actually see what the gift is. And especially as we know you used to play football. Well, you stressed on used to. But we want you to know that you are definitely part of the team. Nick, I can hold the actual bag for you. Let's open it out. Officially part of the team. Right? But we need to see the back as well. Let's see the back of the t-shirt. Oh, jeez. Well, you know.
This is cute.
Yes.
I would have preferred it in red, but this is cute.
All right. Thank you very much, Minister, for being here with us this afternoon. And we thank you for your continued support of the league. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we look to this new season, there are a lot of new developments. And to expand on these developments and give remarks, we'd like to welcome Assistant Secretary Operations. Please put your hands together for Ms. Lawrence Passad. Mr. Lawrence C. Passad, join us on stage. You all give Lawrence a round of applause. He is one of those people that we really see in all the games and representing Ssfl through his DNA.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. All protocols observed. I know it's a long list here that I would have liked to call, but in the essence of time, I will just go straight into what I'm here for. Nevertheless, before I start with regards to our structure for this season, I just want to, for matter of information, for data, to remind persons that in the Secondary Schools Football League for the 2023 season, we have registered 100 schools to participate in this league. This 100 school, from that we'll have 398 teams participating in the Secondary School Football League this season, 2023. That means to say that we'll have 6,000 plus student athletes participating in the Secondary Schools Football League this 2023 season. Now, our school competitions really, we are in 5 zones: North, Central, South, East, Tobago. We have different divisions in which we compete because I'm saying this from the backdrop that after last season, coming to the end of last season, a lot of media were calling to find out exactly what's happening in the league. Our Premiership division, that's on a national basis. We have 16 teams, 16 of the top teams that participate and will be participating again this 2023 season. Our Championship zonal boys, that is, 29 teams will be participating amongst the 5 zones. Senior division zonal, again, 46 teams participating, so you can have an idea. 16 and under, we'll have 66 teams participating this 2023 season. as well as our 14 and under division. 53 teams will be participating amongst the zones. For more 13 and under boys, we'll have 30 teams participating. So that's for the boys aspect of it. For girls, again, we have your championship teams. We'll have 31 teams participating, divided amongst the 5 zones. Senior division teams, you'll have 11 teams. 15 and under, 30 teams. And for the first time for our girls, 13 and under, we already have 10 teams registered to participate. So altogether, we see we have 398 teams to participate in our season, which starts on Friday the 8th of September, game between Fatima College, Intercol Winners 2022, and St. Benedict's College, Premiership League Winners 2022. That game is scheduled for Friday the 8th at the Hazy Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain, so we look forward to seeing you there. It should also be noted that the Secondary Schools Football League was the first football organization in Trinidad and Tobago to organize and execute competition for girls amongst its school. No other entity, that was the first. This was in the year 1985, when 7 schools competed in a national competition. The first winner being Northeastern College of Sandy Grande. So big up to Northeastern College. They would have started, first winners, 1985, when secondary schools started their girls football competition. Efforts have been made for the under 13 division amongst girls to be realized this season. Our lower division structure. Our lower division, we have our zonal winners from the 5 zones. We have all these zonal winners go on a national playoff to determine our national winner. Right, some of us may be acquainted with that, but just for information purposes. Our championship boys division again. At the end of the championship boys division, we have a Big 5 league competition featuring the winners of all 5 zones that determines the national winner in this category, or what is referred to as the boys' Big 5 competition. The championship division girls, there's a Big 5 knockout competition that features all the 5 winners in the various zones at the end of the season to determine a national winner in this category as well. Premiership division competition is held on a league basis where all 16 teams play each other. This means to say that each team play 15 games in this particular division. So at the end of it, who has the most points win the division, as Benedict's did last season. Of course, in our knockout competitions for the boys, we have the Premiership and the Championship being put together for what is referred to as the Intercol competition boys, sponsored by Coca-Cola. And the girls, there's also a knockout competition for our Championship girls that is called the Intercol as well. So these are the 2 knockout competitions for the Premier and Championship divisions. The lower knockout divisions are organized within the zones. So all divisions, be it from Form 1, under 14, under 16, under 15, whatever have you, senior division, there are knockout competitions in all divisions. That the lower divisions, they are organized within the zone, as I indicated. As for 2023 season, the promotion and relegation aspect of this would be, again, from the Premier Division, the teams that finished 14th, 15th, and 16th will be demoted to their respective championships zones next season, 2024. And the Big 5 boys competition, the teams that finishes 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in that competition, they'll be promoted to the Premiership Division for 2024. The girls promotion and relegation, again, that takes place within the zone. So you find that the senior division winner in girls in the zone, they'll be promoted to championship, whereas the last place team in the girls, they'll be demoted to senior division. All in all, we look forward to a very, very successful accident-free season. But before I end, I want to say that we look at secondary schools football here, where we have 6,000 plus students, 100 schools, 398 games, etc., etc. But there are many, many beneficiaries of the competitions that we have our students taking part in. And I just call a few. They may be beneficiary from a financial or otherwise. The student athletes, they benefit from the league. Parents benefit from the league, at least having the kids outside there doing something constructive for this period, training, whether training or match game or whatever, as supporters. The schools benefit from the league as well, because sports in a school will help with discipline, as we all could attest to. Your friends and family, sometimes they go to the games and you see friends and family come along to give that support where they could be doing something, mightn't be we're talking about. Security police benefit from the game, because each game that we play, as those in championship and premier know, we have to pay for security. They benefit financially from it, right? Ambulance services, they benefit financially from it. The referees, referees like our partners, but they also benefit financially. Match commissioners, transport, ground and air, caterers, printers, vendors, the sports stores, pharmacies, laundries, groundsmen, match day workers, TSTT, Digicel, they benefit from that as well. Stationery stores, media sponsors, and so much more benefit from the secondary school football league that is hosted by us here and by you in supporting us. You are really supporting our kids. So when you look at it, my list could go on and on and on if I had the time here, but I wouldn't do it, right? But you realize how many people benefit from the secondary school football league. We look forward to your support, your continuing support, and we hope and trust that we see you at our games, and may God's blessing be with all of you for this 2023 season. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lawrence Sipasad. You all think about it. 100 schools, 398 teams, 6,000 student athletes. And all of this would not have been possible without the contributions of our sponsors. We say thank you to each and every one of you for your partnership. Let's get a round of applause for our sponsors. Now, to treat you with care in introducing your sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for a man that I respect so highly as a journalist and a broadcaster. Give it up for Vidya Rampal as he introduces our sponsors.
Thank you very much, Hans, and good afternoon to all of you all. And Hans, certainly great job at the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Youth Games. Wonderful stuff once again. And thanks very much to Lawrence for taking us through. Lawrence is one of those guys that my late colleague Sprangelang would refer to as the Uncle Google of the organization, because he has all of the answers just at the tip of his fingers. You call him at any time and he knows what's going on. Thank you very much, Lawrence. Now, sponsorship is the lifeblood of sport all over the world. Sponsorship is a significant source of revenue for franchises operating within the sports industry. Last year, sponsorship was up to $66 billion internationally, believe that. And it's said that it will increase to $108 billion by 2030. No pressure, sponsors, no pressure at all. And we know that the times are not the best right now financially, but certainly we do appreciate what you have done for us. Now, our first sponsor's address comes from a company that actually started in 1886. Picture this, downtown Atlanta. This syrup, a perfected syrup, was brought by Dr. John Pemberton to Jacob's Pharmacy in downtown Atlanta. That particular company sold 9 drinks a day in its first year. Now it's one of the biggest selling drinks, if not the biggest, of course, in the world. Please welcome from Coca-Cola, the man who serves as the Senior Brand Specialist, Mr. Anthony Lovelace.
President of the SSFL, Mr. Gonzalez, Secretary of the SSFL, Mr. Khan, chairpersons of the 5 zones of the SSFL and other key SSFL members, co-sponsors, executives from Shell TT, First Citizens Bank, Digicel and SportsMax, school principals, students, media, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Thank you for being, okay, first of all, hold up. don't go to any events that has no AC before you come to a media launch. No, I did not play football before I came here. We had some unexpected site visits before this media launch. So Coca-Cola is once again pleased to be a part of the SSFL. The new season, of course, we are indeed proud to sponsor and continue our support and sponsorship of the Coca-Cola Intercall. We are even more delighted to announce that we have just negotiated and re-signed with the SSFL as the title sponsor of the Coca-Cola Boys and Girls Intercall, as well as the exclusive non-alcoholic ready-to-drink beverage partner for all divisions of the league for the next 3 years. Our senior marketing manager, Maritza, she sent her regards. I think she's on pre-intercall vacation. As you know, she's a big advocate for intercall internally. And this year, we are actually proud to announce that we are actually sponsoring close to 1 million in cash, hydration, and experiential activations for the intercall season. Coca-Cola has reinforced its commitment to sports around the world, and especially with football. Our global partnerships make it easy for us to continue pushing to develop the sport here locally, and as proud sponsors of the SSFL, we intend to do just that. Apart from all the action we will bring to you during the season, we plan to also keep the commitment going post-season. This year, the top 2 boys and girls intercall schools will participate in a one-day skills and exhibition session with foreign-based trainers and scouts to possibly aid in their chances of securing overseas opportunities through the game they love. We will not stop at the players, though. We will also host a one-day coaching seminar for all school coaches to ensure that they do keep advancing and enhancing their skills to better benefit their players and teams. As we continue to build on the development of our coaches and players, we will, of course, not forget their supporters. This season, as with all the others before, we plan to activate like only Coke can do, with entertainment, games, giveaways, and lots of fun. So don't miss the season's matches, as we want you to be there to support your teams and also to participate in all the excitement that we have planned around the games. Finally, as a company, the environment is a huge priority for Coca-Cola. We are continuing ramping up our efforts to recycle, and we want you to do the same. Our company is on a mission toward a world without waste, and our aim by 2030 is to collect and recycle all packaging that we produce. To aid in this effort, we launched a sustainable happiness promotion last year, challenging schools to collect and drop off their plastic waste to every bottle back collection centers. And we had Chaguanas Secondary winning this last year, so congratulations to them. This year again, I want to challenge you to collect and also to incorporate it into your platforms at the school level. Instead of a promotion to win gear, we want to build an actual platform within schools that for every plastic bottle recycled, 5 cents will be paid to the secondary school. Just this year, we actually had one of our highest collectors being paid $12,000 for his recycled packaging that he brought back to the center. So we're actually going to build a platform that we would help schools develop their collection facilities to use the funds internally within their schools. So feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, if you want to make your school a part of this great initiative. Coca-Cola lives and breathes football. It is one of our greatest passions. And just as you've heard, there's definitely a lot to look forward to from us this year. We are pleased to be such a big part of something so great that this is the Coca-Cola Intercall. We have definitely enjoyed an extraordinary journey thus far as title sponsors and as partners of the SSFL, and we pledge to continue to do so for years to come. Thank you very much again for being here today with us, for being part of the launch of the 2023 season, and also we invite you to come out to all the matches and support our young footballers for the new season. Here's to making real magic with Coca-Cola and the SSFL.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lovelace, for your address here today. Now, our next sponsor has created an indelible impression on sports in Trinidad and Tobago, and not just in football. They certainly have made a huge contribution, especially in track and field, and they have done so in preparing or helping to prepare our athletes for the upcoming World Athletics Championships, which is taking place over the weekend, as you would know, in Budapest. And this company, incorporated as a wholly state-owned enterprise back in August 1975. Their business might be aggregation, purchase, sale, transmission, and distribution of natural gas, but their contribution of sport cannot be underestimated at all. And certainly we are very happy to have them here with us today. Please welcome from the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, the Head of Communications and Brand, Ms. Nicola Gurlal.
Thanks so much. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to say Mr. Mariri Gonzalez, President, Secondary Schools Football League, members of the executive of the Secondary Schools Football League, fellow sponsors, members of the media, specially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful good afternoon, and I'm very pleased to be here. So the minister gave some of her experience at football. Mine is just fan-based. As soon as Mr. Gonzalez called us, I started going down memory lane. As a secondary school student, I went to Naparima Girls High School. I was an ardent supporter of the school that was next door to me. Anybody knows what school that is? There you go. So Fatima and Benedict's, watch out next year, okay? This year. I was an ardent supporter of schools intercall. My brother played for Presentation College, San Fernando, so every game, family was there front and center. Many of my friends were on football school teams, and just recently, I attended a couple of the 2022 Premiership League games with a group of friends who, like me, were thrilled to sit in the stands, reminisce, throw peacock, have a great time. And that's what we like at NGC. We like that energy, we like that mood, and that's what we want to perpetuate among young people. So when Mr. Gonzalez and Mr. Mohammed and others from the team met with us, the excitement just infiltrated. It was a virtual meeting, but you could feel the energy. And we are an energy company after all, so we believe in energy. Natural gas, yes, and human energy. And this is where we are very happy that you all gave us this opportunity to support the Secondary Schools Football League. Now, as Vidya said, we are involved in sports. We are committed to excellence. We are committed to sustainability for industry and country, but we're also committed to athletics and our athletes. We have a history. Our first head of community relations was Mr. Hazy Crawford, TC, who is now in Budapest, representing Trinidad and Tobago as well as the team over there. We also, of course, are the major sponsor of the N3As of Trinidad and Tobago. And just a couple of weeks ago, we were the platinum sponsor of the 7th Commonwealth Youth Games. Thank you. That energy alone is the kind of energy we just want to have all the time, especially among our young people. We sponsor a variety of other sports, including basketball and cricket. But the heart of these sponsorships is our belief in the athletic value chain and the attendant benefits which the minister spoke about of being involved with team sports, which we all know, leadership, discipline, self-worth, self-pride. The culture of secondary schools football it inculcates a wonderful sense of school unity, leadership, and creates a space for young people to not only discover their own individual talents, but allow them that singular opportunity to become part of teams that, when they work together, bring glory to their school, their friends, their family, their country, and of course, pride on a personal level. Our sponsorship this year of the Secondary School Football League, is a demonstration of our commitment to provide a platform for sports and athlete development, and a commitment of our strong desire to help build the global brand of Trinidad and Tobago sport. NGC has made this sponsorship commitment to say we believe in young people, we believe in our young athletes, we support your endeavors, and we are here to lift and support you on your sporting journey. We see this league as an important catalyst for the sporting stars and leaders of tomorrow. This is not just an investment for NGC. It is a signal of our dedication to partners such as those of the Ssfl, again, athletes, and our country. So I'll just deviate here a little bit. NGC, one of our taglines is at the forefront of energy. So that's natural gas energy. Then we adopted a green agenda, where we're looking at sustainability, energy efficiency, so we're at the forefront of sustainable energy. But what we want to be also is at the forefront of human energy. Again, enjoy yourselves, have a good time, play a clean game, but also think about life as a footballer, think about life after being a footballer. There's so many things that lead to a sustainable life after playing. You could teach younger children to play. You could be sports manager, a sports therapist. You could be a coach. You could be a principal of a school that's leading a premiership and an intercall winning team. Think about all of those things, but mostly have fun. So I want to reiterate our tremendous pleasure to be able to support this year's league, and we look forward to an exciting and successful secondary schools football. And again, I thank the executive and Mr. Gonzalez for inviting us to be part of this experience. Thanks for having us here.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gourlal, bringing remarks on behalf of the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago. Our next sponsored address comes from a company that has also had a great impact on sport here in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Who could forget back in 1998, Dwight York's sensational free kick in the 1998 Shell Cup final? Who could forget that? Free kick, 1-1, last minute of the game. Dwight York steps up, two men step away against the underside of the bar and down into the goal. That was one of the great moments of my young life. Who could forget 2005, when Darren Gangle led Trinidad and Tobago to victory in the regional first-class competition. All the way back in 1970-71, a guy by the name, one of our national captains, brought us Joey Carew brought us great glory in winning the Shell Cup, the Shell first-class tournament for the first time. This company, Shell, has had so much of an impact on sport in the Caribbean and here in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a global brand of energy and petrochemical companies that has more than 90,000 employees in over 70 countries around the world. Represented here today by Mr. Leston Davis, Regulatory and PA Advisory. Please welcome him to the podium at this time.
So, Mr. Gonzalez, President of the Secondary Schools Football League, Ms. Nicola Gourlal, Head of Communications and Brand at the National Gas Company, Mr. Anthony Lovelace, Senior Brand Specialist at Coca-Cola, distinguished members of the Secondary Schools Football League, other distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is with great pride and excitement that I join you today to recognize the enduring partnership between Shell Trinidad and Tobago and the Secondary Schools Football League. Over the years, this partnership has truly blossomed into something extraordinary, empowering young athletes to dream big, work hard, and achieve greatness both on and off the field. As we stand amidst the cheers and camaraderie of this youth football tournament, it is a testament to the power of sports in shaping the lives of our students. Sport not only teaches us about teamwork, dedication, and discipline, but it also instills values that resonate far beyond the game. The late Nelson Mandela once said, "Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does." Indeed, we witness this unity and inspiration every time these talented athletes, student athletes, venture out on the field. Our long-standing association with the Secondary Schools Football League is not just a partnership, it's a commitment to nurturing the potential within every young athlete. At Shell, we believe in powering progress and impacting livelihoods for the better. This tournament is just one of many ways in which we believe that we can contribute to empowering the lives of our nation's youth. As we look around, we see dreams taking flight and passions being kindled. The journey from the training ground to the tournament embodies resilience, determination, and the pursuit of excellence. And it's our privilege to play a part in shaping these future leaders. Shell witnesses firsthand the lasting impact that the Ssfl has had on students. It is much more than just a tournament. Its positive impact lasts years after they hang up their boots and leave the field. Programs such as these instill key leadership skills in our students. They prepare these young minds to learn how to address real-life problems, such as adversity, and how to resolve challenges in a healthy, meaningful way. All these skills they attain through this sport and these tournaments help them to prepare for the future. They will undoubtedly be the trendsetters and the go-getters in their careers and will already possess the skills and the mindset of great leaders. Now, let's not forget that while the pursuit of victory is important, it's a journey that truly counts. As we witness the sweat and tears, the moments of triumph and challenges that these young student athletes face head-on, let us remember the words of Vince Lombardi. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up. Our young athletes exemplify this spirit each time they rise and fall, learning to channel setbacks into stepping stones towards success. This tournament is a celebration of perseverance, camaraderie, and the pursuit of greatness. Shell's partnership with the Trinidad and Tobago Secondary Schools Football League remains steadfast, dedicated to fostering a legacy of excellence. Let's continue to provide these young athletes and these young talents with the platform they deserve, where they can learn, grow, and shine very brightly. Thank you for your unwavering support, and let us inspire these future champions to soar to new heights. Remember, the friendships forged and the lessons learned on the field will stay with these students for a lifetime, reminding them that sports not only builds skills, but character as well. As we cheer them on, let's keep in mind that we are not just fostering athletes, but leaders who will carry our values into the world. I wish you a safe and successful and a fantastic season ahead. And ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Davis, representing Shell. Told him I like that Vince Lombardi coach. One of our local coaches here, Burchell Sinclair, he had a trace of Vince Lombardi in him. As Marie would know, he was very, very tough. After one particular bad stretch for Trinidad and Tobago, they asked him about what do you think that the fans are saying, all sorts of things. He said, you know, Trinidad and Tobago has 1.3 million coaches, and referencing, of course, the population. It stuck in mind because that figure, 1.3 million, is the estimated number of households across 25 Caribbean countries, that SportsMax goes to around the Caribbean. That's a remarkable stat in itself. It's it is the premier broadcaster and rights owners of international sporting content, the Olympic Games, La Liga, UEFA Champions League, Europa League, NBA, CPL, it's all there on SportsMax. I'm very happy to bring to the podium at this time a man who has been working as the Chief Executive Officer at SportsMax for over 10 years. Please welcome Mr. Nicholas Matthews.
Thank you. Just to preserve time, all protocols observed, but thank you all for coming out. This is really a momentous moment for the SSFL. And SportsMax is extremely excited to be continuing this journey with the SSFL in the development of student athletes and the development of young minds who are geared towards making a significant difference in the society of Trinidad and Tobago. We are involved in high school football right across the Caribbean, and we have made a significant difference with the participation and how we help these athletes to create, especially in their performance, how they perform. They generally lift their performance once they're on TV, and that's what we are gearing to do in terms of our investment in schoolboy football here in Trinidad. We have been doing this since 2016. We have invested approximately $2.5 million in schoolboy football since 2016. Except for the 2 years of COVID, that's approximately $415,000 per year in terms of our sponsorship, in rights, in the production, and the overall development of football here in Trinidad and Tobago. And we're not just investing for this year. We have happily signed a 3-year deal with the association, so we'll be here for the next 3 years, continuing this partnership with the SSFL. I call on all stakeholders, corporate Trinidad and Tobago, the government, friends of the league, to put your support behind the administrators and the young athletes of this league. An investment in the SSFL is an investment in the future of Trinidad and Tobago. Sports build discipline, commitment, determination, and an attitude to win. Our youths, these are who we're investing in. And I call on every single sponsor here this evening, or company, get involved, participate. We can change the narrative of our young people. As a leading sports broadcaster in the Caribbean, our priority lies in accentuating all SSFL athletes as they showcase their talents. As such, we will ensure their talents, and of course, your brands are in the front of viewers around the world. We will be utilizing our network of linear and digital platforms, that's SportsMax, SportsMax 2, SportsMax Plus, SportsMax app. We'll also be on the Flow Sports app, CEEN TV app, and of course, we'll also be broadcasting on YouTube as we're doing now with this launch. SportsMax is in over 26 countries in the Caribbean, and we're on more than 100 cable networks right across this region. It is our mandate to ensure that viewers can watch anytime, anywhere, and on any device. And one of my favorite things to do whilst I'm at the matches, I pull out my phone because I want to see the replays, right? So you'll be able to do that throughout the competition in 2023. And let me brag a bit. We don't just showcase the games, we curate experiences that evoke emotions, ignite conversations, and create memories that last a lifetime. And Hans refers to this earlier when he opened the launch. We are the only television channel that year after year provide viewers with multiple opportunities to win a trip of a lifetime and jetting off to experiences in the United States via the NBA, La Liga, and the UEFA Champions League. Whether it's the adrenaline rush of the last-minute goal, the intense camaraderie among teammates, or the celebration of the underdog's victory, we bring our viewers closer to action and immerse them into the very essence of sports. Sports fans are passionate people, and we know our athletes, they're very passionate, and they celebrate passionately. And they're loyal to the sports. They are passionate and loyal to SportsMax, and they will be passionate and loyal to you, the sponsors, to you who support this brand. SportsMax is excited to be continuing this journey. And just a minute. As we have done in the past with Tokyo 2020, that's the 2020 Olympics, we'll be presenting the 2024 Olympics on our channels. And if you have seen our presentation in 2020, anywhere around the Caribbean, you were able to watch the Olympics. And there were 2.5 million viewers across the region who plugged in everywhere, in bars and everywhere, just to watch the Olympics. And we're working to build the SSFL brand so people anywhere, wherever you are, you can tap in and see what's happening with the SSFL. All right? If you're traveling, you'll be able to watch the SSFL. If you have families, especially for our athletes, if you have families abroad, you can tell them where to tune in and ensure that they see your performance and see what you're doing on the field, right? Scouts will be able to tap in and see these athletes and be able to provide them with scholarships and give them opportunities to go abroad, to go to colleges, and even just to go to be in a new environment. You know, these are things that really build the overall persona of these young players and athletes. I invite you to join us on this exhilarating journey, where every match is a moment of anticipation. Every victory is a celebration, and every defeat is a lesson in resilience. And we have to teach that, because not because you didn't win, it doesn't mean that you're not going anywhere. We need all these schools that are participating, there's an opportunity for them to develop and really build those student athletes to become better citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. We have the sports, we have the equipment, we have the experts, we have tailored packages. We need you. We need the participation. We need the support of all our brands on this product. For SSFL 2023, we look forward to the passion and excitement and energy which ties us to football. We will continue to lead the charge as broadcasters of high school sports and aid the growth and development of youth competitions by providing an avenue for our athletes to improve their skills on and off the pitch. We're especially proud of our involvement in this league, and we're able to witness true sportsmanship from these young players. Thank you for your time, and remember, an investment in SSFL is an investment in the future of Trinidad and Tobago. Don't miss out on this opportunity, and don't allow others to say, or don't allow anybody to say you did not participate in changing lives and pushing forward these young players for them to have a better future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matthews. A message certainly received there. The message is out there for all to hear. Now, as Mr. Matthews, the Chief Executive Officer of SportsMax, would have referenced SportsMax app, a cloud-based media streaming platform of live TV, video on demand, and news article content. You get it all on SportsMax. And I mentioned some of the products that you will find on SportsMax, and here's an example of what you can see on the app and on the television stations.
Access granted. SportsMax continues to be the region's leading sports channel. we possess multiple platforms to watch live sports every day.
CPL,
And the Jamaica Talawars are champions once again.
IPL, Schoolboy Football, SSFL, JPL, TTPFL, Champions League, Paris Olympics, Cricket Australia, La Liga, Skybet Championship, NBA, Run Barbados, Caymanas Horse Racing, Barbados Horse Racing, WTA, SportsMax Zone,
Just pick one.
RAN Rugby, and many more content. You have just accessed the home of champions.
Excellent work indeed, and certainly the high production, the great production standards of SportsMax has been legendary over the years, and one of the men responsible for that will be addressing you now. I mean, what they're doing with camera work these days is so amazing. Even in film, they're now getting stuntmen behind the cameras who are doing rollerblading and parkour in order to get the best shots. Now, I'm not sure if that this gentleman is a rollerblader or he's gotten involved in parkour, but he still looks pretty fit, and he has been behind the camera, and he is very much in charge of what goes on the screen for you during the upcoming SSFL season. Please welcome now to speak to you at this time, Mr. Kerry Gibbon of SportsMax.
Pleasant afternoon, everyone. I'll just go with all protocols observed because I'm in no way accustomed being on this side. So I'll just start with, in July 2016, SportsMax began its live coverage of the Secondary Schools Football League. The plan to lend support to local football and show the world via our media platforms the abundance of talent on display in the league. We began production in June as our ANG crews travel around Trinidad and Tobago to shoot the required content that would allow us to produce features on the 16 premiership schools that were about to embark on their journey towards the league and intercol titles. Players, coaches, parents, fans, the importance of balancing sport with academics, health and nutrition all played a part in the content that we focused on throughout the season. Additionally, we also included edited openers that highlighted our beautiful Twin Island Republic that featured every match day. On Wednesday, 7th of September, the country saw and experienced for the first time in the history of colleges football a production that adhered to international broadcast standards with equipment that mirrored what is used at any English Premier League, Champions League, or World Cup. It was an effort appreciated by the league, viewers, patrons, and fans on location, but most importantly, these amazing student athletes. By the time we got to 2017, SportsMax had broadcast fiber connections dropped at every school ground that participated in the Premiership. This number has grown since then, and we also have the same MPLS network at every stadium in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as several sporting facilities around the country: Mahika Oval, Arima Velodrome, Queen's Park Oval, and the Diego Martin Sporting Complex, to name a few. This is and continues to be a major investment to ensure that we provide the best coverage. Another first was the live broadcast of the Girls Intercol Final. I wish to say thank you to the Ssfl team, who from the beginning always supported us in our efforts to include the young ladies in our coverage. Just to give an idea as to why focus and support is important to the growth of these young women, 53.9 million viewers watched China versus England in the quarterfinal of the World Cup last week. The Reggae Girls had our entire region cheering for them as they created history. 73,000 fans were in the stadium for Australia's opening game and the viewing numbers for Colombia's first group match eclipsed all audiences for the Qatar 2020 Men's World Cup, with the exception of the final. With interest in the women's game almost tripling in the last 18 months, and a Women's World Cup that has provided some of the most entertaining football at any level currently taking place, our hope is that this season we can do a bit more with the girls' matches. Outside the equipment, another major investment was in training of the production and technical teams. Broadcast specialists from the UK and South Africa spent 9 months with our crews in Jamaica and Titi back in 2015 and 16, training us on not just producing the live content, as it is a specialty, but also in the graphic systems, slow-mo and replay equipment, communications, engineering and camera equipment. Training remains very important in SportsMax's DNA, and every season we welcome those in the industry, both young and old, to join our team and train with us and garner knowledge and experience required to excel in the field. Although evolved, with change happening every day, the television broadcast industry is still, even now, male-dominated. One of the aspects of our broadcast team that I remain proud of is the fact that our current Trinidad and Tobago crew is possibly the only sporting production unit in the region where women function and lead in key roles and positions. Our teams both here and in Jamaica are the best at what they do. And what makes us different to other crews is that each and every individual are invested and excited about sport, and in this particular instant, the Ssfl. With very few changes to the crew, we are more like a family and love what we do. We look forward to the Ssfl season, and I do believe that the schools and the young men and women we showcase really appreciate the effort we put into our production each season. All of this to say that college sport is very much alive, and we have experienced the growth over the years. Last season on our SportsMax app and our YouTube platforms, there were matches that saw numbers of 100,000 plus tuning in, following closely and commenting on matches played on these Field of Dreams as they tuned in to support their sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, alumni, and friends that participated in the leagues. It would be remiss of me to close and not thank those that so often go unnamed but make our broadcast possible. The Digital Fiber team, who never ever let us down, our support team at Advanced Dynamics Limited, the entire crew at the Ricky Raghunandan group of companies who have stuck with us from year one regarding our logistics, scaffolding, towers for cameras, generators, tents, etc. My amazing SportsMax team, and last but not least, I thank the Ssfl, the sponsors who continue to support the league. Trust me when I say that they need more like you. The schools, managers, coaches, teachers, and principals, the match officials, and most importantly, the real stars and reason that we are all here. The students that put it all on the line from September to December to entertain us all and show the world who they are as young men and women as they play the sport that the great Pele referred to as the beautiful game. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Jogo Bonito, as Pele would have said, the beautiful game, and certainly nobody has captured it better here in the Secondary Schools Football League than SportsMax. Now, at this time, we were due to have Brian London, the ex-tempo champion of Trinidad and Tobago, to do some work for us, but we have to apologize because Brian was actually due to arrive today on a flight from Grenada. So he has been unavoidably detained and he will not be here with us today, so apologies for that. But just mention that Brian is also a local coach. He coached the Faizabad Secondary School for many years in the Secondary Schools Football League. That's the school that was once known as Faizabad Composite, and a very familiar face on the sidelines. So that's going to end off my part for the moment. It's my pleasure to bring once again to the front to take you through the rest of the program, Mr. Hans de Wiens, as he will return to the front for you.
Thank you very much, Vidya. And you all would have noticed the SportsMax footage, the way it looks, especially for Ssfl. It is because the same equipment that we use for CPL cricket and other international games and tournaments This is the equipment, this is the crew that works on the Secondary Schools Football League. It is the highest quality for these young men in Trinidad and Tobago. We would now like to welcome for a special address from the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, the Physical Education Sports Officer. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ronson Hackshaw. Ronson.
All protocols observed. A pleasant good afternoon to everyone. It is with great pleasure and immense pride that I stand before you this afternoon at the launch of the 2023 edition of the highly anticipated Secondary Schools Football League. Football, beyond its prowess on the field, has proven time and time again to be a powerful instrument of peace and development. For 90 minutes, the playing field transforms into a stage where differences are set aside, borders blur, and shared goals unite individuals from diverse backgrounds. It teaches us valuable life lessons, discipline, teamwork, and pursuing success through dedication. As we nurture the talents of these young athletes, we are not merely fostering athletic prowess, but also sowing the seeds of togetherness, understanding that transcends the boundaries of sport. Ladies and gentlemen, the vision of the Secondary Schools Football League set forth is nothing short of inspiring. To strive towards excellence is to embrace the relentless pursuit of greatness, to envision themselves not merely as participants, but as architects of their destiny. The cornerstone of this journey undoubtedly rests upon the young players, whose remarkable talents and unwavering dedication will certainly shape the future of football in Trinidad and Tobago and the region. The vision aligns with the ministry's mandate to see sport as a tool for development and peace, as emphasized in our national policy on sport. Football, one of the most popular sports globally, possesses immense transformative power. It can transcend social, economic, and cultural barriers, uniting individuals from diverse backgrounds under a common passion. It fosters discipline, teamwork, and a spirit of fair play. Football teaches valuable life lessons, instilling in our youth the values of perseverance, determination, and respect. Today, I am proud to witness the impact of this tournament on the lives of Trinidad and Tobago youth population. By embracing football and utilizing it as a vehicle for positive change, we create a generation of empowerment and resilient individuals who can shape a brighter future for themselves and our nation. As we get together, as we get ready to applaud the talents on display this year, let us remember the driving force behind this event, our youth. They are the future of our nation, and it is our collective responsibility to nurture and empower them to reach their full potential. Let this league remind us of the positive change that can be achieved when we work together towards a common goal. At this juncture, it would be remiss not to acknowledge the invaluable contribution of the league's corporate sponsors, Coca-Cola, First Citizens, Shell, and SportsMax. Their support and commitment to this tournament and the development of our nation's youth cannot be overstated. At the ministry, we believe that it is through partnerships like this that we can truly make a difference in the lives of our youth and inspire positive change. By sponsoring initiatives like this, the Secondary Schools Football League, these corporate entities are promoting the spirit of sponsorship and togetherness and demonstrating their dedication to creating meaningful, lasting impacts. On behalf of the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, allow me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers whose tireless efforts and unwavering support have brought us to this momentous occasion. Our commitment to fostering youth development through sport is commendable, and it is through initiatives like this that we pave the path towards brighter future for aspiring football stars. As we stand on the threshold of this new season, I extend my warmest wishes to the teams, coaches, players participating in the league this year. May your dedication and passion illuminate the field, and may your pursuit of victory be a testament to the power of hard work and perseverance. I thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we identified how many student athletes, how many schools, how many teams. We identified our partners. We even identified the league structure. So I want to beg your indulgence now. We are going to count down and officially launch the Secondary Schools Football League 2023 season, all right? We'll do it together, so everyone has to participate. Bison, you too. Let's go. 5. Hold on. If we're doing this, right? Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We present to you the Secondary Schools Football League 2023.
Maxwell to Beckles, out comes the keeper. This is problems here. Beckles has scored. A mistake by Dos Santos.
Bring you all the action live from right here at the Larry Gomes Stadium.
It is pure ecstasy, my friends. You can see behind us.
This is a good run. Oh, this is a good run. This is the danger man. Shower here. Was able to pick up this ball, go inside of the defender, and then he squared it back. Frank Williams goes past the defender and slaps it away from the keeper. Oh, could this be the hat-trick? Ali! Oh, yes! Oh, she's got the hat-trick!
Are you ready? Well, we do not take for granted you being here with us this afternoon and spending your time. We would like to welcome to officially extend a vote of thanks our chairman of the East Zone, Mr. Adish Dwarika. Please welcome him.
Mr. Mary Louis Gonzalez, President of the Secondary Schools Football League and members of the executive, esteemed sponsors, principal, teachers, student athletes present, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good afternoon to all. The preparation for the 2023 season has been a very difficult one, coming out of the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. As we are about to begin the 2023 season of the SSFL, I am honored to recognize and express our thanks and appreciation to individuals who were very instrumental for the organization and the successful implementation of this year's competition. Honorable Minister in the Ministry of Education, Ms. Lisa Morris-Julian, we would like to express our thanks and appreciation for your thought-provoking and profound address this afternoon. We look forward to your continued support and that of your ministry going forward. Physical Education Sports Officer from the Ministry of Education, Mr. Ruston Hackshaw. Our sincere thanks for your support and message, and we look forward to your continued support as we work together for the success of our student athletes in the 2023 season. Masters of Ceremonies, Mr. Vidya Ramphal, Mr. Hans Levids, thank you so much, gentlemen, for an excellent and professional job in chairing this afternoon's proceedings. Senior Brand Specialist of Coca-Cola, Mr. Anthony Loveless. God's richest blessings to you and your company for your continued commitment and success to the SSFL. Thank you very much, sir. Regulatory and PA Advisor at Shell, Mr. Leston Davis, our sincere thanks and appreciation to your company's support and your commitment to the success of the SSFL. Chief Executive Officer of SportsMax, Mr. Nicholas Matthew. Our sincere, heartfelt and thanks and appreciation to you and your company for your continued support and commitment to the success of the SSFL. May God continue to richly bless you all. Mr. Kerry Gibbons, special thanks for the exciting and thrilling SportsMax explanation and video presentation. It really sets the stage for the exciting 2023 season. Thank you very much, sir. Ms. Cyan Gardner, thank you for an excellent rendition of our national anthem in our national instrument. Well done. To the management of the Hyatt Regency for making this magnificent facility available to us for this launch, our heartfelt thanks and appreciation. To our event coordinator, Ms. Michelle Marks, special thanks for your continuous support and assistance. To all media personnel, we express our sincere thanks and appreciation for your continued support throughout the years, and we look forward to our continued support for the SSFL in the 2023 season and going onwards. To all our national officers led by Mr. Mirari Louis Gonzalez, who have been working tirelessly to ensure that everything is in place for the 2023 season, God's richest blessings to you and to continue in your selfless service. To all district executive members, sincere thanks and appreciation for your dedication and human service in preparation for the SSFL season 2023. May God continue to bless you all with health and strength and sincere commitment to the success of SSFL. To all our student athletes present, God's continued blessings to work hard and to enjoy the success of your hard work. Sincere thanks to anyone whose name I may have inadvertently left out. Thank you all. Let us have a more successful and enjoyable 2023 season. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dorica, and we also want to thank each and every single one of you for viewing as well on the SportsMax app and on YouTube. Thank you so much for being part of this launch. My name is Hans Devines. On behalf of Vidya Rampal, please give Vidya a round of applause, veteran broadcaster. For those of you all in attendance, we do have refreshments for you, members of the media. We will ask you all to meet us on the patio, as well as our special speakers, to do the necessary interviews that you need to complete your stories for today. So once again, thank you everyone. My name is Hans Devines. God bless and reach home safely.
sentiment. We wearing colors, my people, colors. We fighting colors, we smiling colors, waving colors, belting up, puffs up out of colors. Yeah. All of your worry, all of your stress, come, hurry, leave it all in the sweat. With all of the love, fill up your soul. Praises to Jah, let it pour and come on the road. Come for the vibes, come in the morning, let we go all night. You loud on the road, pretty girl, all in a row. What a beautiful sight, they out on the road. Yeah, yeah. This love, this vibes, this color on the carnival road. This powder more than paint on the carnival road. Yeah. Feathers all in your face on the carnival road. On the carnival road. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Carnival road.
In comes the musical thing called Rock 'em off without the microphone stand.
Yeah,
Musical
yeah. selection
for all the girls them with on top. Jackson.
Lord.
Problem is a problem. Yo, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Talk to the girl, man. My girl.
I want it